Episode 14, Rest and Bonds. Upon reaching Anna's abode, Zumi was immediately captivated by the enigmatic aura that surrounded it. The realization of Anna's wealth struck him, but the slow creaking of the gates and the pathway lined with blooming cherry blossom trees took his breath away. Stepping out of the car, the estate's magnificence immediately swallowed Zumi. The towering wooden structure of the house, a symbol of timeless elegance, seemed to whisper tales of the past. The scent of the cherry blossoms, the sound of the gates creaking in a slow, rhythmic cadence, and the feel of the cool breeze on his skin filled the air, contrasting with the estate's grandeur. It was a moment that etched itself into his memory, a sight that would forever captivate him. Guided by Anna, Zumi wandered through the meticulously landscaped gardens. The shimmering koi ponds, the gentle fragrance of cherry blossoms, and the warm sunlight filtering through the trees created an atmosphere of serenity. It was a world where luxury and tranquility danced in perfect harmony, enveloping Zumi in a profound sense of peace that seemed to seep into his very being. Leaving the gardens behind, Zumi entered the home and a grand foyer greeted him, adorned with silk screens, each depicting a serene nature scene. The tatami mats beneath his feet felt like a gentle caress, inviting him further into the home. The sliding shoji doors offered tantalizing glimpses of the lush greenery outside, adding to the estate's allure. As they ventured further into the home, Zumi was struck by the sheer opulence surrounding him. Each room was a testament to grandeur, blending traditional Japanese aesthetics with modern comforts. In one corner there was a private onsen, a room filled with hot spring water for bathing, and in another, a tea room, a serene space for enjoying tea ceremonies. Zumi was in awe. Finally, they arrived at the heart of the home, a meditation garden bathed in dappled sunlight. Zumi's breath caught as he took in the serene beauty of the space, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. After exploring the house, Zumi was ready to rest, so Anna showed him to his bedroom and said with a hint of flirtation, "My bedroom is at the end of the hall." Zumi's cheeks flushed, his heart racing, as he realized Anna's playful intentions. "Oh, okay," he said, feeling a sudden warmth, and quickly entered his room. Zumi sat on the bed, his mind filled with the events of the past few days. It had only been 3 days, but he had just helped a Yakuza family end a war. As he reflected, Zumi remembered he had always desired to run his own organization that would make a difference. He wondered if he could still pursue that goal. The idea of creating a Yakuza family that was kind to others but ruthless towards those who did evil and harmed his family took hold in his mind. With a newfound determination, he decided to call the family Kogane Taka, meaning Golden Eagle. Zumi decided to check out his soul space as he could finally enter it. However, just as he was about to do so, there was a soft knock at his door. He gave permission to enter, and Kathy walked in, closed the door behind her, and stood before Zumi. She bowed respectfully to him and asked if she could speak to him. Zumi gestured for her to sit beside him, patting the bed on his left. Kathy blushed slightly but sat beside him as he had indicated. Kathy wore a black crop top with the initials VLE and matching black athletic leggings with a white stripe. Her beauty mesmerized Zumi as she sat by him, and the sweet scent of her lavender perfume invaded his nose. At that moment, he wanted her. Kathy spoke softly but audibly. It's only been 3 days since we met. You've treated me with such kindness and love and respect, even though you know nothing about me. So before you get too close to me and I get too attached to you, I wanted to tell you about myself, and you can decide if you wish to continue being close to me." Kathy sat by Zumi, her eyes distant as she recounted her harrowing past. Zumi listened attentively to Kathy as she spoke the tale of her life. She told Zumi she was not from New York but a refugee from Poland. Her parents had fled the country with her when she was young. She couldn't recall many details from that time except that a Yakuza war had caught up with her family and they were abducted. The Dojima family saved her life, but at a cost. They killed her parents. From that day on, Kathy harbored a deep hatred toward others and vowed never to trust anyone again. She became an assassin for a lower-ranking member of the Dojima family, honing her skills and earning the nickname Vicious Lethal Executioner for her deadly kicks of death. She had taken the lives of over 80,000 people since she was just 6 years old, feeling like a monster unworthy of love. But then Anna came into her life and changed everything. Anna gave her hope and showed her that the world still had goodness. Despite her past, Anna saw the pain and vulnerability in Kathy and offered her a chance at redemption and love. As Kathy shared her story with Zumi, tears welled up in her eyes. She had carried the weight of her past for so long, but maybe there was a glimmer of hope for her yet. After listening to Kathy's heart-wrenching tale, Zumi's eyes glistened with empathy and compassion. Just as Kathy was on the verge of asking, "Will you still accept me?" Zumi gently lifted her from his side, placed her on his lap, and enveloped her in a warm embrace. With unwavering love in his voice, he spoke, "I don't care about your past, Kathy. I love you for who you are and who you will become. I accept every part of you, even the broken pieces of your heart. Nothing will ever change that." Locking eyes with Kathy, Zumi's gaze stirred a whirlwind of emotions within her. His words resonated deep within her soul, fulfilling a longing she had carried for so long. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she hugged Zumi tightly, releasing years of pain and hurt in that moment of vulnerability and acceptance. Amid her tears, a chime resonated in Zumi's mind, signaling the completion of the system quest from Kathy to fully accept Kathy and embrace her past and present with unconditional love. By doing so, he had helped heal Kathy's wounded heart. He was one more quest to unlocking Kathy as a system character, fulfilling her hidden desire to be loved deeply and unconditionally. The system spoke in Zumi's mind request value plus 4 current progress 13 host can use 10 values to make any request from the system. In that tender embrace, amidst tears and shared vulnerability, a new chapter began for Kathy and Zumi, bound by a love that transcended past traumas and embraced a future of healing and hope. After Kathy had finished crying, Zumi asked her to cook for everyone that night and offered to give her one last lesson. He challenged her to prepare a meal for the group all by herself, and Kathy agreed with a smile. Zumi then asked the system for permission to use 10 request values to gain the ability to change into any outfit he has seen before or can imagine. The system confirmed that it would consume 10 request values, and Zumi agreed without hesitation. After a moment, the system granted Zumi a new ability called Garment Shifter. This power allows Zumi to focus his mind on a specific garment, and it will transform his current clothing into a new item, whether it be a suit of armor or a flowing gown. This amazed Zumi, and he tried it. As Zumi concentrated on the outfit design, a vivid image formed in his mind. The colors seemed to dance before his eyes, shifting and blending seamlessly. He could almost feel the fabric against his skin as the outfit transformed. It was as if his clothes were alive, morphing like a sleek amphibian into a high-tech jacket adorned with glowing blue and green lights. Multiple straps and buckles added a futuristic edge, while a black shirt peeked out from underneath. Paired with black tech cargo pants and vibrant green Jordans, the ensemble was a bold statement of style and innovation. Before going out, Zumi decided to make a quick visit to his soul space. He thought of entering it, and a red and green gate portal opened up before him. It was the shape of the rectangular door. Zumi walked into it and came out inside his soul space, and what stood before was a sight to behold. It had gotten bigger since he last saw it. The soul space now looked like an enchanting area that exuded a sense of tranquility and beauty. As Zumi enters the space, a breathtaking view of vast grasslands greeted him, stretching out before him, with a majestic mansion standing proudly in the distance. The mansion is adorned with classical architectural details such as spires and large windows, surrounded by a meticulously maintained garden. The atmosphere in the soul space is serene, with soft sunlight filtering through the trees and casting a gentle glow over the surroundings. The setting feels like a harmonious blend of fantasy and reality, creating a sense of wonder and awe. By the entrance to the mansion stands a young man, slender yet muscular, dressed in a light green butler jacket. His presence adds to the air of elegance and sophistication, as if he is patiently waiting for his master to return home. When Zumi approached the grand mansion, the butler at the door greeted him as master. Zumi returned the greeting and stepped into the opulent interior. After a brief exploration, he exited the same way he came in, realizing that the mansion had a system that returned him to his original entry point. He made a mental note to be cautious about where he enters from in the future. Heading to the kitchen, Zumi met Kathy and apologized for keeping her waiting. She assured him it was no trouble and complimented his attire, calling him elegant and handsome. Zumi blushed and returned the compliment, causing Kathy's face to turn red. Zumi started his teaching skills to ease the tension and spent 20 minutes imparting his cooking knowledge to Kathy. With his teaching abilities, she quickly absorbed the information. When he felt she was ready, Zumi encouraged her to prepare a dish for everyone that evening, expressing confidence in her abilities. Kathy blushed with gratitude and eagerly accepted the challenge, appreciative of Zumi's support. As Zumi left for the kitchen to let Kathy cook, he felt a wave of strange spiritual energy and heard the sound of a cat meow, and it vanished as soon as it happened. That was weird, Zumi thought. Just then, the system chimed ping. Warning, a high-level legendary spiritual being is in the area. Be on alert. Zumi feels surprised upon hearing this, but continues searching for Anna and Gia while remaining alert. He found them in a large garden at the back, planting some vegetables. The extensive garden of vegetables impressed Zumi, and he thought, I could grow some vegetables in my soul space. Anna and Gia saw him, and both yelled for him. They both hugged him and kissed him on his cheek. Surprised, he thought they were so comfortable being intimate with him. The system chimed as if hearing his thoughts, and said that all system characters' intimacy towards you always has them be extra intimate towards you, and they will sometimes try to make some excuse to be intimate with you. Furthermore, when they are around each other, their intimacy towards you will double, and if the host accepts it, they will be intimate with you simultaneously if you allow it. All system connection characters also get along with each other. Hearing this, Zumi was a bit taken aback, but happy. He asked the girls if they needed help with the gardening, and said that he was interested. Zumi spent the next 8 hours helping Gia and Anna plant various vegetables in the garden, like carrots, cabbages, radishes, and many more. Zumi's attention was on Anna and Gia, and suddenly they all heard a soft but fierce voice. Master's dinner is ready. You have been called to the banquet hall. This shocked Zumi a bit. He had not sensed her presence and was on high alert the entire time. He turned to look at who was speaking. It was another gorgeous woman. The woman had a serene expression, her eyes a striking shade of bright blue that seemed to pierce through him. Her dark hair cascaded down her shoulders in sleek waves, framing her delicate features. Her skin was smooth and fair, giving her an ethereal and elegant appearance. She wore a white button-up blouse that fit her figure perfectly, giving off a sense of sophistication and refinement. Over the blouse, she wore a fitted black vest that added a touch of modernity to her outfit. The vest appeared tailored to accentuate her slender frame, hinting at a sense of power and authority. Her posture was upright and confident, exuding a sense of strength and poise. Thank you, Kasumi. Anna spoke and dismissed her. Who was that, Zumi asked. She is one maid who works for us. She's strong, Zumi said. Anna proudly noted that all our workers are ex-fighters, martial artists, soldiers, and marines. They must be strong enough to protect the house when we are away. Kasumi used to be a professional martial artist, but her agent got into some shady dealings. My dad got her out of it, and now she works for us. Zumi felt impressed when he started creating his own organization. He wanted to have the most potent fighters by his side, and he knew one thing for sure: that woman was strong. Mainly because he had not sensed her presence once. But she had some ability to mask her aura. Still, with Zumi's strong, legendary energy, he felt a strange and fierce pressure emanating from her. Zumi knew he wanted to have her as a member of his organization. No, he had to have her, but later he thought to himself. Anna and Gia emerged from the verdant embrace of the garden, their hands freshly cleansed as they made their way to the opulent dining hall. Upon stepping inside, they encountered a grandeur that left them breathless, an expansive hall dominated by a colossal table, easily accommodating a gathering of 20. At the head of the table sat Nishiki Dojima, a figure of authority and power, with Anna, his daughter, positioned to his right. Kathy sat directly before Anna, while Gia nestled beside her and Jasmine settled by Anna's side. Zumi took his place next to Gia, completing the intricate arrangement. Kathy's creation was the first dish that graced the table, a labor of love and dedication. With a blush tinting her cheeks, she humbly shared, "Zumi has imparted his culinary wisdom upon me, and tonight I present my first creation without his assistance. Please indulge and offer your thoughts." The room fell into hushed anticipation as each guest savored the dish. The silence broken only by the harmonious symphony of contented sighs and murmurs of delight that echoed through the hall. Dressed by Kathy's culinary prowess, Nishiki commended her with genuine admiration. "You have truly outdone yourself, Kathy. If circumstances were different, I would appoint you as our personal chef without hesitation." In unison, Anna, Jasmine, and Gia expressed their agreement, and their plates replenished in seconds, unable to resist the allure of the delectable meal. As Zumi praised Kathy's achievement, acknowledging her mastery of the culinary arts, a radiant smile graced her face, illuminating the room with her joy. At that moment, the system chimed and announced Kathy's ascension to a system character, her once vibrant locks now cloaked in a mesmerizing shade of ash white. With this transformation, she pledged her unwavering loyalty to Zumi. This transformation did not go unnoticed by the assembled guests, each accepting this shift gracefully, except for Jasmine, who remained cautiously observant of Zumi. The night unfolded in a tapestry of culinary delights and heartfelt conversations, laughter weaving through the air as the hours slipped away unnoticed. The clock striking past midnight, Nishiki bid everyone good night, save for Zumi, and requested a private audience. Sensing the moment's gravity, Zumi discreetly instructed Gia to conceal herself within his shadow, ensuring her presence remained undetected. Alone in the secluded confines of an office space, Nishiki and Zumi engaged in a profound dialogue, the outcome of which held the potential to shape the destiny of the illustrious Dojima family.